So remember, I said if you align with Sister Earth, Mother Earth, then everything will flow to you easily and effortlessly. But you have to have courage and strength, Heru, to align with Sister Earth first, based off of the seasons and based off of the energy, what the energy is speaking. And then as you align with Sister Earth, let it go and watch how things magnetize and attract to you. You feel me? When you don't align with Sister Earth, remember you're a magnet, right? So when you don't align with Sister Earth, it's like a magnet. You might repel some stuff if you're not in the right direction. So like a magnet, right? When it's attracting things, it's going to attract what can magnetize to it, right? Based off if it's in the right direction. When you don't fall into the right direction, then things start to repel from you. And that's what I had to learn the hard way. Because when I was in my 20s, nigga, I was getting to the bag and shit, but I was still living in a whole different space of no spiritual practice, no discipline, no nothing, right? Just a motherfucker. Human nigga, really just real humanoid in this bitch. Real the bottom of this thing. You feel me? Gangster party in this hole. Just straight. I don't want to say automaton because I still had a mind, but you know, I was in that kind of space of no kind of spiritual enlightenment or spiritual practices, right? And what I learned from that was I kept on having these mishaps where things used to happen where I was like, it was something in my mind, something subconsciously. I'm like, nah, nigga, I should have been doing something. For some reason, my energy should have been shifted. If I followed that energy right, this shit wouldn't have happened. So it was like mishap after mishap after mishap. It was like I was in a whole conundrum, disorganization. That's the word. No real flow. You feel me? Just everything was always like damn near chaotic, if you will. No kind of flow, no kind of sense of rhythm and ease. And a big part of that was because, you know, I didn't have no guidance. I listen to Bobby and shit, but that doesn't mean nothing. You can listen to whoever the fuck you want. If you're not applying none of it, then it doesn't matter. So now, after I got into the application process, I started to realize, wait a minute. Oh, it does take a little work, because just like the yin and yang symbol, right? It's a balance, right? So even with the spring equinox, it's a balance coming into the fold. So now, whenever you are in this space of giving something up, you do begin to gain something new, right? And that yin and yang, or that reciprocity process, is an important reciprocal energy that you want to have in your whole life. You don't want to think you're just going to be taking and not be able to give something up. You're going to have to put some time, effort, energy, and some God in this thing to make the ship run smoothly. And that requires some discipline, that requires patience, and that requires an ability to know when you need to sit down and get to work. I want to play this video with y'all. Bashar, he was dropping on demons and what demons really is. Check this out.
Demons are not an independent entity. They are the negative side of the archetypal collective consciousness of our people.
That's what we think.
They manifest as your level of fear carves them out of the clay of our collective consciousness and represents what the issue is that you're dealing with on the negative side, on the dark side. And that's why in the past we instinctively say, face your demons, because they are your demons. They're not independent beings. They are our demons. We create them as a way of creating something, manifesting something that is more tangible out of the collective archetypal consciousness of our society, of our species. And that's why in the past people made lists of the demonic qualities. And if you look at those lists, you will see that they are simply the negative qualities of humanity. There's a demon of greed. There's a demon of lust. There's a demon, you know. So it's like, yeah, we're facing that, but it's our creation reflected back to us in a way that helps us understand how to go through the process of overcoming that. They're not independent entities. They're our creations.
That's brilliant and so well said. The word that really keyed for me was
reflection. So yeah. So you know, in the etymology of demons is actually genius. So that genius inside of you does require you to understand a certain aspect of yourself that you might be gluttonous about, like the 7 deadly sins, gluttony, greed, envy, all of that stuff, right? So there is some power in you analyzing or having an introspective look within and then saying, okay, I'm gonna have to deal with this aspect of me, right? This demon, which is a genius of me, to become anew and to transform into the God body that I'm claiming to be. So now 25 days, we got what, 25 days? And this February went super fast this year. Hey, this time is speeding up, baby. This February went super fast, 25 days. So in the next 25 days to the New Year. So in the next month, right, which is this Friday, I think, or Monday or Sunday, one of them days, right? This next month coming up is your last chance. This is your last chance to get on your shit. This is the last chance to get on your square. This is your last chance to become strange. And you see it in religion. Religion shows you this last winter push in the religious practices that happened during this specific time. Now remember, religion is just a bastardized version of spiritual systems, right? So there's nothing bad about religion. I mean, people need, you know, something to group, like a group or some kind of guidance, you feel me? But it's just that's the best word I can explain. Not trying to shit on it, but I'm just saying religion is just a bastardized version of spirituality, spiritual systems, and spiritual teachings. So then you can get clues from religion into what's happening within Sister Earth and in yourself. So now a big clue of this last push before the spring equinox is what religion is doing. Ramadan is being practiced on March 1st this year. March 1st, when the new moon is coming in, right? And it says here, Ramadan, the word Ramadan is derived from the Arabic root word RMD, which means to scorch or to burn. This root evokes the image of the intense heat of the summer sun, symbolizing the burning away of sins through the act of fasting and spiritual purification. So Ramadan is practiced for a whole month, starting with the new moon, which whenever the new moon comes on, and this new moon is coming March 1st. So now they do that based off of, they know it's the last go or push to get to the spring equinox, right? which is the new year. But like I said, religion practices it in the form of, okay, well, we're just going to make our own shit up, and we're just going to create a system that says do this for 30 days. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, and that's shit, go for it. You feel me? But just the clue of it is saying, like, yeah, before the spring equinox, this is your last push at you destroying or burning away something inside of you. Now, as it says here, it says the burning of the sin. The burning of the sin is just the burning of your skin. Your skin is your sin, and your addictions is essentially the sin. So because you're in this skin, this flesh. And if you don't have no control over your flesh, then essentially you're just an animal. And animals are just hunters. They don't have no mind at all, if you will, right? So in the animalistic nature of this thing, you want to be able to burn away them animal urges at specific times, which is now, to get to God and the Godhead. They call it purification. And that purification is literally tearing or burning away the aspects of you that's just sitting in a comfortable, stagnant state and believing you're going to grow from that. Hey, I can't make it up. What you want me to say, nigga? You know what time it is. You got to go to the gym to get bigger, boy. What you try? What you want me to say? You got to let go of the ding dongs and the donuts to lose weight. That takes some discipline. That takes some effort and some energy and some focus to be able to sacrifice the worldly sins or skin, the flesh, to tear this bitch down and to become anew. So when you do become anew in the spring season, you a whole different monster. Them addictions don't even bother you. You don't even, that cigarette, you like, man, fuck that shit.